Okay, so hello and welcome to Devlog of this plane thing, number one. Technically, it is actually number three because I recorded this 2 times before without actually recording my voice because a simple screen recorder is still too complex for an individual quite as brain dead as I am. Wait, is that? Wait, what? Intermission. How'd that get there? Oh, okay. No, it's fine. Anywho, so, the whole purpose of this thing is to create a modular aircraft, toy aircraft, like a drone. Like I'm not gonna say that. So essentially, this is in this configuration. It's similar to an OV-10 OV-10 Bronco or some other propeller aircraft that were designed to carry cargo but also be maneuverable, in that it has a twin boom tail design. I think I'm saying that right. And then it's going to have something in the center here between these two booms that carries the batteries and hopefully cargo. So currently this is too small because I thought I can maybe fit this into one 3D print, not have to split these up into multiple sections. I mean, this thing obviously, and I'm not going to 3D print a carbon fiber tube. So, yeah. Currently, this is about 2 feet wide, and like it has a wingspan of 2 feet, 60 centimeters, and it is 40 centimeters long, which is too much to print on most 3D printers, and definitely too much to the one that I have at school. Or I don't own it, but the school does, and in theory we can use it. So I'm probably going to add some sort of a joint here, which will, it'll allow for more modularity, so that's good in the future. This is a very, very early implementation of this. So, yeah, basically I'm going to have carbon fiber tube for rigidity. Beneath it, attached to it somehow, I'm going to have this plastic plate. Hopefully it's going to be solid plastic. Hopefully ABS. Going to have lots of holes in it, like this. I don't know why there aren't holes over there. Probably because I suck at CAD. And you'll basically be able to mount stuff like these, or you could have it be like a single prop pusher configuration, or you could flip these around, or you could fly it backwards like this. No, you couldn't. Maybe you could. The CG would be all wrong. And then for your actual wing shape, I am going to suggest some sort of it's hard to explain. I'll put a picture of either a 3D design or a shitty drawing that I drew in like a minute just to get my ideas down. I'll put a picture of that in here. But anyway, so yeah, basically they're going to be motors mounted on top of these gorgeously filleted plates. I can't just delete you. Can I? I bet I can. Delete. And then you. What caused you? Who knows? But you're irrelevant. Essentially, the diameter of the motors that I'm going to be planning on using at least. No, you shit. Stop. The diameter of the motors that I'm planning on using, at least right now, is about 30-ish millimeters. So this has a diameter of 35. You'll be able to mount pretty much any motor you want on here, permitting the size is correct. I'm also considering some sort of a clip-in, basically something where you could swap out differently motors with different interfaces to attach them. Either have that screw on somehow and then lock. I'm not sure yet. Again, this is very developmental still. And then, okay, stop. In here, you can see basically how this connects. It is a cavity in here that this plastic bit slots into. There are holes so you can put a nut underneath these cross braces, or actually 4, and then some sort of button head, or if you're really fancy, countersunk screws through here. There aren't holes in here yet. There should be. Can I? Actually, I can. But let me fix that real quick. I'm not even. Actually, I'm not going to fix that. And so, like, the electronic speed control is going to go down here. There is. Wrong way. There's a hole down here so that you can have your 2 or 3 motor wires just come straight down below, up through the hole into the ESC. What does that do? Oh. So I don't have the centerpiece yet, but it's basically just going to be a container for batteries and also probably the receiver. So each of these is it is representative of, in terms of dimensions, a 1300 milliamp hour lithium polymer spectrum battery. So in total you're getting 2600 milliamp hours, I should say, of power, which is, it's not great, but it's okay. I could do some math to calculate how far this, or how long this thing would fly for, but it's so early that I really don't know if the design is going to change completely. Well, that's kind of the point, though. Like, you can change the design whenever. 3D print parts that are just, they'll just slot in, and you could have a different plane in 20 minutes. That's the whole idea behind this. So you can see the mounting mechanism for the tail back here. This whole thing is slanted, except for this plate. So this is flat. So you can mount your tail here pretty securely. I mean, you don't have to use all the holes, obviously. This yellow thing is meant to symbolize an ESC. It is actually the dimensions of like a small 4S Air ESC. I don't know the exact model. Some sort of Spectrum thing. It's like $30. Finally, we have this very rudimentary landing gear system that I have, which is basically just I've got a couple ideas for. Actually, I don't have any ideas. Those are bad ideas. Essentially, this is meant to be actuated with a solenoid so that you won't need a big, heavy servo. And it's meant to take all the strain off of the actual device itself when you're landing. When you like stall on final approach and it hit the ground, basically fall onto it, like half of RC pilots do for some unknown reason. I don't know. Anyway, all your force is gonna get pushed onto this pin here. Which will presumably increase the life of this solenoid. Hang on, let me. Can I? Yes. Let's see. Alright, that's a bit more realistic. So imagine there's a thing going from here to the top of the actual landing gear thing. This is the wheel, if that's not apparent. And so yeah, when you land, the force, this is going to get pushed upwards, obviously. It's going to pivot around here and just knock against this pin, which doesn't care, and not wreck your solenoid or servo. And I even have this fancy little hinge mechanism so that you can see how it moves. So that's basically it when it's... Oh, I fucked up the pin, didn't I? Right, ignore the pin moving. It's supposed to be a part of this, not a part of this. Disregard the pin. So, yeah, that's it in the locked position. It's mostly out of the way, it's not in the propeller, it's importantly slightly more aerodynamic, and it looks cool to have retractable gear. Let me just redo the pin quickly. Yeah. Okay. Good enough. Okay. So, oh, come on. This web interface is not great. I mean, it's cool that they support it so that people who use Linux can use it, but it'd be cool if they just had the actual thing support Linux. Not like this piece of crap ThinkPad could actually run Fusion natively, but it would still be a nice gesture. So yeah, as you can see, the pin is not moving. This stores basically right up to the pin. It's actually kind of perfect. And then when it's extended, whoops, hopefully it doesn't do that. It's like that, and it's not touching it right now, but imagine that it is. Anyway, yeah, that's the basic design. All of it is based off of this big wing section up here. And yeah, you can add different modules like these to the bottom of the wing section. Alright, it is 2:59 a.m. I am probably incoherent to you. Oh, now it's 3 a.m. Using Fusion 360 at 3 a.m. challenge. Gone wrong. Okay, seriously, I'll stop. Yeah, this has been devlog number 1 of the attempted modular plane project. Adios.